A waitress says to a poor man, "Sir, here is your bill." The man says, "I don't need this bill. I can't pay it." "What do you mean?" she asks. "Then why did you order so many items?" The poor boy replies, "I don't have that much money." The waitress says, "If you didn't have money, then why did you order so much?" He says, "I was very hungry. That's why I ordered." "Do you know," she warns, "if I tell my manager, he'll call the police and have you arrested." The poor boy says, "Calm down. In exchange for the bill, I can wash the dishes or clean the floor." The waitress says, "Instead of doing all that work, why don't you just pay your bill?" The boy replies, "What should I do? Should I leave, or will you tell your manager and call the police?" The girl says, "You can go now. I'll pay your bill for my tips." The boy asks, "Are you doing this from the heart?" The waitress replies, "I'm not doing it for any reward. I just don't want you to get arrested by the police." The poor boy thanks her and says, "One day I will definitely pay you back." The waitress says, "Doesn't matter. My pocket is empty now, but at least your stomach is full," and she walks away. The manager asks the waitress, "What were you talking to that boy about?" She says, "He was just asking about the food, how it's to cook." The manager says, "You shouldn't be talking to people like that. Look at his condition." The waitress replies, "Okay, sir. I won't do it again." The manager says, "Now give me my money." And the waitress hands it over. One day, that poor boy returns with his sister. "Hi, miss. How are you?" The waitress replies, "Why have you come here again? Yesterday, I helped you from the heart, but my manager doesn't tolerate such things. He doesn't want me to talk to or help people like you. He'll fire me. Please leave." The poor girl says, "Madam, I'm very hungry. Please give us something to eat." The waitress replies, "Unfortunately, I can't help you. I don't have any tips left." The poor girl says, "Come on, brother, let's go." Then the waitress says, "Wait, I don't want you to leave hungry. I'll bring you something." The boy says, "But you just said you don't have any money." The waitress replies, "I'll tell the manager to deduct it from my salary." The kind-hearted waitress brings them food and says, "Sit quietly and eat." The manager walks in. "What's going on here?" She says, "I was waiting for them. They'll eat, and I'll clear the plates." The manager says, "Who gave you permission to serve them food? You know it's not allowed to give food here." She says, "I know, but please deduct their bill from my salary." The arrogant manager says, "I want the money right now." The poor boy takes out a note and says, "Give this to your manager." "Thank you. I'll pay you back later." In reality, both brother and sister are very rich. They return to the restaurant again. The kind waitress welcomes them. The boy says, "You quickly forget the people you help." She recognizes them. The rich boy says, "Here, take this money. It's your reward for your kindness." The waitress is shocked. "All this money? For me?" He says, "You deserve even more than this." The waitress says, "I don't understand. Yesterday you didn't have money to pay your bill. How are you so rich today?" His sister says, "We're planning to open a professional restaurant here and we need a kind and well-mannered worker like you. We want to make you the manager of our restaurant and we want you to accept our offer." The girl accepts their offer and leaves with them. Please like and subscribe to the channel.